In the box. That bin contains my next costume, cosplay, whatever. And it's not a Pokemon this time, or he's not a Pokemon this time. So, what I have are the supplies for my Roy cosplay. I was playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, or actually he's in Melee, so I was playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I decided, hey, I could have the red hair going for me. And then he has a regular-ish build. So I decided to go for it. And I've already bought all the supplies, and it's a really simple list. So let's start. Let's see if I can hook this up here. Back on the computer. Alright. So what we have is a regular blue shirt, $3 at Walmart, Michael's, wherever. I'm gonna find a safe place to put that so it doesn't get all dirty. White pants, and these are almost like sweatpants. I think this is 1.5 yards of blue fleece. A 1.5 yards of a red fabric and a blue fabric. The blue is very shiny. It's kind of what I did for my Lugia, with the blue on the chest and the eyes. It's satin knit, so it's kind of like a satin. I think it would look really good for a cape, and then the red would kind of give it structure. I have fur. I think this is just like 3 yards of a 3-inch thick fur fabric. I was going to do that for the cuffs of the gloves and the boots. I have some gold ribbon stuff. I was going to hot glue that onto the shirt, kind of make the trimming, and also for the armor. This is going to be some seam binding. Yeah, bias tape. I'm going to use that to make the cape to where I can get the two colors without having to really sew them together and make an ugly seam. Glue sticks. Glue gun. Now, if you look at Roy, he also has an armor and a headband, and the headband's going to be covered by the fleece. The armor, I was thinking, what can I use for the armor that I have kind of laying around? And then it hit me. I'm going to use this bin. Because I was thinking, like, the pieces were more squared, and it didn't look like I needed a lot. I need a shoulder piece, a chest piece, and like 2 side pieces, and probably a back piece. I might not, because I'll have a cape, and I can get lazy there. So my thought was shoulder piece 1, shoulder piece 2 on the sides, then you have like the front piece, 1 side piece, and the lid is another side piece. I think it works. So that's pretty much all I have right now for the supplies, and I'm going to start making Roy. Yeah, yeah. And a pencil. No idea what that's for, but and this is where it skips along to the next part of the video. Welcome, YouTube. Last time you saw me, I was working on getting everything together for my Roy cosplay, and now it's actually finished. I'm sorry I couldn't guide you through how to make it, but once I started working, I really couldn't stop. So I'll just go through the pieces as I did them and how I did them. The armor's not quite snug yet, but I'll get it. So I'll start off with what I did last, because I'm weird like that. And I just kind of put together the sword. It's cardboard, aluminum foil. I really hate using aluminum foil, but it's one of my better options because I don't want to take like a piece of light wood or cardboard and have to spray paint it over and over and over. It might be something I do in the future, but I was really going for a more simple plan right now. And I just really hate how aluminum foil loves to crinkle no matter how much you try to smooth it out. I even got the idea of ironing it, but I had to slap myself in the face because it's that ridiculous. And I don't know how bad or good it looks close up because all I can see is like creases and crinkles, but maybe to someone else or a judge's eye it looks a little better. And there's the gold part. that connects. I added a couple touches. Like the gem's supposed to be there. There's like some blue trim, and that's just coiled wire glued onto the edges. But I added a piece of copper because I felt like it needed to be there. I also added this metal piece, and the handle is like an old toy sword I just chopped up and taped or hot glued it to the cardboard and then put the aluminum foil on it. Now the bottom of the handle is something I think is really cool. I found a medallion and I hot glued the two red gems that I used here, and they're just pieces of glass that you use to fill vases and stuff. And the back doesn't have as much detail. I'm pretty much going to hold it like this because the back looks a lot worse, especially right here where I had to add an extra piece of aluminum foil because it was breaking. And it's hard to tell which side's the best because like in the way I see it, this side looks better. The way the camera sees it, this side looks better. So I don't know. I'm just gonna hold it like this and be like, "Shah." Next I'll do the headband. I used silver paint marker and I just drew on this little emblem that Roy seems to have, and then it's just one single piece and I tied it off at the back. So that's done. I guess I kind of take this off as I go. The cape is probably one of the better parts. It was what I did. I did the cape first as kind of motivation, and it's blue satin from the video earlier, or from the little clip earlier. It's a blue satin with the red inside, and has really nice flow for a cape. It looks really good from behind, and that's just the back of my armor. So yeah, and I think it looks really well. Black undershirt, it's just a simple black shirt. I guess now I have to do the armor because it's covering up everything else. So, careful. And what I did was, to put more of an elegant feel, I did some pearls. Well, not fake, like the fake pearls, but I just think like as I'm wearing it around, you can kind of notice them and it might look a little better. Just those little touches that the judges like. Next I have the armor. It's really hard to put on and take off because it's snug, it's armor. For some reason that little headband makes it impossible to get on and off. And as you can see, I cut out the hard plastic. Well, that's reflecting off the light really bad. And here's like the main seam, which I cover up with the cape. So I think that's a little cleverness. And then the rest is that gold stuff. I just used it for trim. And I tried to make the armor look as close to Roy's as possible. And the cool part, so like I can get in and out of it without having to struggle, is I Velcroed this. And the Velcro is the sticky back Velcro. And if you use two pieces, it's pretty strong. And like it's Velcro, but it won't rip off as you're using it. And then the back, I didn't really need any decoration for the back, I thought, because the cape's going to be hiding it. So, and I'm surprised just hot glue. That's all that's holding this together. So, next we have the shirt. Again, I was kind of lazy and I decided to, the sleeves roll down. And what I did for the shirt was really where I needed it. I knew the armor was going to cover up here, and I could use the back for the little seam part, and that way everything, the cape and the armor, is going to cover up all the flaws. So what I really tried on was just getting both sides. I think it turned out pretty solid. I tried to minimize the seam here. Everything just likes to stick on because it's all hot glue and fabric stuff. So, like, that's just the close up of the shirt. I like what I did was I cut the shirt up the middle and made like the triangle pattern. And the cool thing was when I added the trim, it flared out naturally, so I don't have to worry about. This is my anime club shirt. Now I'm gonna take off the gloves, show you guys the gloves. Like what I used for the gloves was I just outlined my hand, sewed it, but it's kind of junky because it's really all bunched up because I don't know how to sew gloves really. And I used this fur fabric that I had a couple strips of, and I was like, that looks cooler than just plain white or silver. Adds a little extra flair to it. And if you want to see the extent of my sewing capability for gloves, that doesn't look like a hand, but it turns out to fit pretty well. Cut off the fingers, and yeah, I got this glove for sword fighting. Maybe even some Yu-Gi-Oh duels, I don't know. They're kind of hard to take on and off, so I don't want to rip them. You gotta be careful. And I know, Roy, like if I could bring up my leg enough, yeah, whatever. He has the same idea for the gloves, like this blue and then the white. He has them kind of like ankle leg warmer braces, and I don't have those. Like those are, I'm about ready to glue them on, but that's pretty much it. Like I just didn't think you'd want to, like I'd be this far back the whole video showing you guys just the ankle parts. But so that's almost done, and yeah, get a little PG-13. Nah, I got shorts under here. But the thing about the pants is I picked these up at Goodwill, and these are old guy lay in the couch all day slacks. Like just, I think someone might have died in these pants. They're that comfortable. Like if I don't really want to hot glue anything onto them because I just might worm a lot because when I'm lazy. And it's just a really nice pair of pants. So Goodwill is one of the best places you can go because you get cheap supplies. I've actually made a couple little things from Goodwill that really help out, like my silver cosplay. That was from a Goodwill jacket. And then whenever I need fabric, I just go to Walmart and everything just kind of pieces itself together. But really, if you find old guy slacks, you should buy them because they're just super comfortable. And that's pretty much my Roy cosplay in reverse order, in a way. So, rate, comment, subscribe. If you really like me, leave a message. And wait, that's a comment, but whatever. And anyway, this is Fisher4930 with another costume video. I'm working my way up. Next time, I don't even know. I'm just that random.